time to do my September raised bed update. What you're looking at now is some turnips that I germinated indoors, then sowed them into the bed. The foliage has been badly damaged by caterpillars this year. Nevertheless, these turnips are doing really well, so I'm pleased with them. If we just pan left, you'll see that where the beans used to be, I generated a spare piece of bed when I took those beans out, so I've planted in there some spring cabbage. Now these were sown indoors, these have been planted out. These are strawberry and grape punnets that have been used, and I'm now using them as small clutches above the spring cabbage. I'm only doing that because there's still butterflies about. I don't want eggs laid on these, and I don't want any caterpillars on them either. So they'll probably be fine without these. The weather's okay, but I've got these on as a precaution. Okay, we'll just go slightly left from that, and I think you might be able to see my beetroot. And they're growing quite well. And just behind those are some parsnips, a row of parsnips. Again, there isn't much to see, but I'm going to take the camera around the other side now and give you a closer look at those parsnips, because I'm going to lift a couple while I'm doing this video. Okay, we're on the other side of the bed now. I've cleaned the soil away from the top of these two parsnips just so you can get a look at them, but I'm actually going to lift them as well. I've lifted one, I've already lifted a parsnip, and they're quite big really, and they take a bit of lifting, so I'm not too sure how well this will go. But I've been given some advice that if you press down and twist at the same time, it slackens the root. Okay, and these boys should come out a bit easier. So let's see how that goes. Let's see if we can do that, shall we? I'll just move this soil out the way. And hopefully the second one will come out easier than the first one, because we've loosened the soil. So how's that? I think I can get a grip of that. So let's press down and twist, see what we get. Yeah, it feels as though it wants to come. That sounds like good advice. Yeah, it's not far away. Need some more persuading, Molly. So we'll take some more soil out, shall we? Yeah. And then we'll give it another push down and twist. Take some out of this side. Yeah, I think it's moving now. Push down and twist. No, push down and twist. Push down and twist. Push down and twist. Whoa, baby! Well, wasn't that excellent advice? Push down and twist. Huh? Should always listen to other gardeners when they give you advice. Push down and twist. That's 9 inches. That spread. That parsnip's got to be a foot long. And a single root. No legs to talk of. Excellent. Let's get the other one up, Moll. I'm getting too excited. Now if you remember, these parsnips were started indoors, and they're either brought outside as germinated seeds or brought outside as seedlings. I can't just recall this particular row. Push down and twist, come on. Crikey, I'm gonna be down to Australia. Right, push down, twist, twist. That's it. Coming now, boy. I think we're coming. Come on, son. Oh, another. Hey, how good is that? 9 inches. 2 parsnips. Superb. Right. Let's move the camera and move on to something else. I'll fill that hole in a minute. Now they're just behind the parsnips. I've got a row of leeks. And I think you can probably see it from the position I've got the camera in now. So we'll just take this trowel out the way. We'll actually use a parsnip as a pointer. How cool's that? Leek, leek, leek. That's my row of leeks. They were also germinated indoors, grown on and then planted out. So there's been no thinning. There's been no thinning of these parsnips, no thinning of those leeks, no thinning of these beetroots. They're all sown at the right distance, or at least the spacings that I want. So they're the leeks, you can see them, and they're looking lovely. I haven't lifted any of them yet because I haven't needed to. Okay, so that's the top bed done. Let's go on to the middle bed. This is my middle bed, and what you're looking at now is a courgette plant. I'm quite pleased with this courgette because I've done my utmost to grow it in the bed but train it over onto the path so I can see all those bamboos and things sticking in. And it is actually growing on the path now, so it leaves me a bit of space in the bed. I'll just show you this. That was a courgette I took off earlier this week. Okay, so it is producing courgettes, and if I part these leaves you might see a couple. I'm not sure, but I'll try. There's a courgette growing. I think there's courgette. There's certainly a flower down below, so there's more courgettes growing. This middle bed is where I grow all my onions and shallots, but they're long gone now, so this bed's relatively empty now. But what you find is when you've got a bed that's empty and the soil that's soft, makes an excellent toilet for the neighbourhood cats. I love it. So what you need to do is make it difficult for them to get on the bed and scrape a hole. So I generally cover it with all kinds of bits and pieces, and anything that wasn't on the bed that can now go on the bed, I pop that on just to fill that space in. So out back there you can see those leeks in the pots. 10 leeks in some, I think there might be 5 in others. They're doing really well. These were grown on the patio and could still be grown on the patio, but if I move them onto the bed, then gives us more space on the patio. We can clean the patio, and also behind those leeks, I'm not too sure if you can see this, but I've also got carrots in pots, and again those carrots in pots are growing on the patio. They're only on this bed to occupy space, and that space that the cat can't occupy. And I use those spreader bars across the bed just to support the pots, because these leeks got fairly big flags on them, fairly big leaves, and if we've got any wind I'm sure they would blow over. So they're just propped up. So to all intents and purposes this bed's empty now, and when I get these off at some stage, I have compost that were in my potato growing bags and potato growing pots. That'll be emptied onto this bed and incorporated in. So not much to see on this bed. Let's go down to the bottom bed, see what we've got there. I have another couple of courgettes growing in this bottom bed, and again I've I've grown them over the edge of the bed and onto the footpath, just so that the roots are in the bed but the plant's growing outside the bed. And if I use this bamboo, maybe move these leaves, I don't know if you can see that, there's a flower with a courgette on, there's another courgette behind it, there's a flower with a courgette, another courgette, there's about 5 courgettes on that plant. So these courgettes are doing really well. So we water them in the bed, but the plant grows over the top and onto the path. It leaves more space in the bed. Okay, so we'll just pan round and see what else is in the bed. Okay, we've got some lettuce growing here. I've thrown a few bamboos over, again just to thwart the cats. Lettuce are doing okay. There was beans in there, but those beans are long gone. And there's a small row of turnips coming on. I don't know if you can see those at all. Yeah, I think you can. That's a small row of turnips coming on. Some spring onions behind there. Some more lettuce. And just over there we've got some beetroot growing as well. Beetroot, I think you might be able to see lettuce. Some spring onions might be sneaking into the picture, but there's the carrots. Behind the carrots, some leeks. Okay, pretty close together. I've got these divider boards in, these splitter boards, to try and stop one crop falling onto the other. But we need a couple of carrots for the pot today, so I've come out to the raised bed and I'm going to try a couple of these carrots. If they're big, maybe that's all we need. If they're small, then perhaps we'll need a few more. But let's see what we've got. We'll start at the end, I think. It's important that the smaller ones, you try not to grip them and leave those behind so that they'll grow on. Oh, there's a ticket. I can see a ticket, so I should be able to tell you what they are. Oh well, come on. We're happy with that, aren't we? That's a lovely carrot. Beautiful. Let me just see what this marker says. These are Chantenny red cord. Okay. Just pop that there. Try this one. Oh, a bit shorter. Still, nice carrot. Now the roots have forked. That's probably why it isn't as long, because the roots have forked. Okay. Try this guy. Yep. That isn't quite as long either, it's forked, but as you can see, 3 nice carrots. This is homegrown veg. September raised bed update. Everything is looking good. And I mean everything's growing really well. I'm really pleased with how things have performed this year.